Good morning, beautiful stars. Good night. Good afternoon. Whenever you are choosing to watch my channel, hello, and I hope your day is going great, okay? It's morning for me. My morning just started a couple hours ago. So, yes, we are on episode 4 of Mirror Talk. I am so grateful for the questions that I receive pretty much daily. I'm so grateful because I just really have this thing about helping. Okay, and then I mean to sound off track, but tomorrow's video was also requested and it's going to be super juicy. Okay, I don't mean to take from today, but stick around for tomorrow's video. Okay, going to get pretty deep. It's about it's specifically for those that do tarot videos and do tarot readings. Okay, so that video tomorrow is going to be extra juicy. This video today is awesome as well. It was recommended by Tanisha, so thank you, Tanisha, for this request. So excited. So she asked how to lose weight, which is a very awesome question. It's a question many people have, okay, and it's a question that I myself had as well. So I want to say to people who look at me and think, oh, because she's skinny, you know, she's healthy. And that's a very big misconception. I feel that society has put into play, where skinny means healthy, or skinny means attraction, and skinny means all this other stuff that it necessarily does not mean, especially when it comes to health. I know growing up I had a very high metabolism and I was skinny. I didn't weigh no more than 105 my high school life, I think middle school as well, but I was not healthy. I ate junk food. I ate what we could get our hands on, you know, so wasn't the healthiest person. And I want to say when I had my daughter, because when I had my son, I pretty much like bounced back just like that. Like I did gain weight. Like I was 105, and then after I had him I was 121, and then I got back down to 110 like that. So it was almost like no work, no effort. When I had my daughters, with the S at the end, okay, I was as big as I had ever been my entire life. I was 160. I know some people may be thinking like that's not big. You gotta think about it. Like I'm not that tall, and I've never had that much weight on me before, so it was very uncomfortable to be in my skin while I was like that. So I made a whole bunch of life changes. Okay, so these tips that I'm going to give you, they are going to help you lose weight. Some of them are going to help you lose weight instantly, and some of them are going to require everything I'm going to tell you is going to require consistency. Okay, that's like tip number 1. Matter of fact, yes, tip number 1 is if you are thinking about losing weight or doing any form of lifestyle change. Okay, it requires tip number 1, consistency. The consistency gets you results, okay, and consistency keeps the results that you want. Okay, so if you're consistently eating junk food, then you will consistently gain weight. And I'm not even saying that as a joke. I didn't even laugh. I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm not making this video to pick on anybody. I really want to help. And so it's important that people understand that things don't just happen overnight. You have to put in the work, and you have to keep on putting in the work. The beginning is the most difficult. Okay, so my tip number 1 is to be consistent for 21 days. Because it takes 21 days to develop a new habit. It takes 21 days to break an old habit. So be consistent with yourself, with your goal, for 21 days. Okay? Tip number 1, consistency. So yes, like I said, also tip number 2, you want to make sure that you have a goal. Okay, so if your goal is to lose weight, which is a great goal. You want to also incorporate in your goal how you plan on losing weight. Okay, you need to have steps into play that you want to take. So for example, if you have the goal to lose, so if for example, say you are, I'm going to use my height. So say for example you are 5'1" and you are 180 pounds. You are, by according to your BMI, you are overweight, borderline obesity, if not obese, based solely off of your BMI chart. Okay, so with that being said, you want to have a goal in place. So if your goal is to lose 10 pounds in 2 months, you want to be very consistent with yourself. Also, my tip number 2 is to set goals, but it's also to set realistic goals. Okay, goals that you know for sure that you are ready to commit to. Okay, because for example, this is a mistake that I made in the losing weight process. So I did a 24-hour detox, just water. I was drinking water that whole day. I didn't eat anything. That's not easy. It was very challenging, being around people who was eating, smelling food, but I felt that my body needed this detox, so I kept drinking water. When you are thinking about doing a 24-hour water detox or a 24-hour liquid detox, it's very important to understand that a water detox is different from a juice detox. Okay, and I would suggest, if you have never done a water detox, to definitely look more into it, because like I said, it's easy to say, like, I can do a water cleanse. If you feel that it's necessary, definitely pursue it, but you will get hungry, because what will happen is your body is used to the schedule that you're on. You eat at 12. Well, me personally, I intermittent fasting, so you eat at 12 every day, your body is going to get hungry at 12. Okay, if you're used to waiting till 3, your body is going to get very, very hungry at 3. Your body is going to get extremely hungry when you haven't eaten. You know what I'm saying? Your body is going to get hungry. So that's why it's important to drink. Now, if you feel like you're doing this water cleanse and you're like so hungry you can't help it, I would suggest eating some nuts, like almonds, walnuts, things like that, because a little goes a long way with those. Okay, and I would suggest, if you're thinking about like a water or a juice, which one, I would say, if this is your very first time, to maybe figure out a way to incorporate them both. Okay, so I won't talk about that too much in this video, because I just have specific tips that will help you. But yes, so you want to make sure that you are drinking water, and then if you get hungry, drink something like, if you've ever heard of a naked smoothie drink, it's where it's like packed with all these fruits and vegetables in one drink. So it's pretty much like you're eating a meal, but you're really drinking, and it really does get you full. So that's also something to think about. So step number 2 would be set realistic goals. Tip number 3 would be to cut out the things that are making you gain weight. Okay, if your goal is to lose weight, then you want to eliminate or cut back on the foods, preferably eliminate, but it's important to transition yourself. Okay, it's not gonna get done all in one day. It's important to transition your body. If you're thinking about coming from a carnivore, a meat eater, mostly meat eating diet, to a mostly vegetable eating diet, you want to transition yourself. So if you're used to eating X amount of meat and X amount of vegetables, cut back on how much meat you are eating. So for dinner, if you're used to having 2 pieces of chicken breast, only give yourself 1, and give yourself more of the beans, rice, vegetables, fruit. You want to make a transition out of your change. You don't just want to try to do it all in one sweep. Okay, so tip number 3 is to cut back or eliminate. But like I said, it is a transition, so don't just try to cut it out all at once. Do little bits at a time. If you feel like you can handle just cold turkey and meat all together, then great. Okay, great. But a lot of people are not like that. So it's important to transition. You'll have a better time if you are transitioning yourself, okay? And be patient with yourself, because well, I feel like that could be another tip, but I already said it. So be patient with yourself, because it's not going to happen overnight. Okay? And yeah, it's not. So yeah, that was that tip. Transition yourself and cut it out a little at a time. No rush. Okay? So for example, if you're eating a lot of junk food, cakes, cookies, snacks, juices, anything high in sugar, high in salt, you want high in caffeine. Caffeine leads to insomnia. You know, I was watching this nutrition video, and it was saying it was about sleeping, you know, like, because seriously, that's gonna be a whole nother tip. But anyways, coffee, if you drink coffee today, that's going to mess up the next 2 days of your sleep. Just think about that. That's not even just coffee, caffeine. Right? Okay, so I can't remember what tip I'm on. But the next tip, I think I'm on tip number 5 or 4. Okay, so the next tip the next tip would be to incorporate some form of movement, some form of exercise, whether that's walking, whether that's jumping rope, whether that's doing yoga, whether that's, and I don't mean like slow yoga. There's like high intensity yoga, there's core yoga. Get your body moving. Get the blood pumping to your heart, to your organs. Get the flow going. When you get the flow moving and going, plus all those extra stuff that you have already been doing from the previous tips I said, then it's going to just pretty much like be like teamwork. Cutting out all the unnecessary stuff plus exercise. What? You're going to be the best version of yourself in no time. Okay? So, yeah. Get in a form of, add some form of like movement exercise. We will love that. Your body will thank you for that. Your energy you'll notice like a peak in your energy. Okay. So, what else? Yes. The next tip would be to avoid weighing yourself every day. That is the quickest way to get discouraged. Focusing on weighing yourself. No, if you want to weigh yourself, I would say weigh yourself every 2 weeks. If you're going to. If you're like really determined on weighing yourself, I would say every 2 weeks. But so yeah, that's my next tip, is to avoid weighing yourself / have patience. I told you I was going to add it in as another tip, but yes, have patience. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. It's really not. So you want to be patient with yourself. And the next tip would be to increase your water intake. When you cry, when you pee, when you sweat, you are losing water. When you poop, you are losing water, amongst other forms of waste. Okay, you are losing water. So it's important that you put the water back into your body, because if your body does not have enough water, it's going to start taking from your main organs. Okay, so make sure that you're drinking enough water. And on hot days, make sure you're drinking more water. Okay, so when your body is dehydrated, you're more likely to store fat. When your body is hydrated, you're more likely to release and continue to release the toxins that your body gets from food and bacteria, that's not good for your body. So by drinking water, you're releasing the toxins that's in your body, and you're keeping your body hydrated. So yeah. And And that is all the tips that I have in the forms of losing weight. I will be adding more health videos as well. But Tanisha, thank you for this request. It was very good. Next time. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a very good day. Again, thank you for this request. If you have any other video requests, contact my social links or contact me on my website. Okay, so I will see you guys on the next time, and all that information will be in the description box. So enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your night if you're watching it at nighttime, enjoy your afternoon if you caught this in the afternoon. So I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy.